I had two little kids. So I had a baby, and then I had a 2-year-old. I had to be on welfare with my kids, and I didn't want my kids growing up on welfare. Not that, I mean, we need help, and there's nothing wrong with needing help, but I didn't want to need help forever, and I wanted to be able to provide them with a good life, like so that they could be proud of their mom and be a good role model, so that they could see that you can achieve goals. So nursing is not only a way to provide for your family, but there's so many avenues, and it pays really well. So I knew that if I did that, then I would be able to support them. And people look at nurses. Like whenever I tell someone I'm a nurse, they respect me, and it's just nice. It makes me feel good. So I decided to apply at the hospital. So I wanted to work in a hospital environment. I felt like I would get more support there and learn more. So I was lucky enough to just get hired right into the coronary step-down area where I worked. I worked there for 2 years, and then they promoted me to the ICU. But I met my husband at the hospital, and he was a respiratory therapist. He was a manager there. He ended up passing away. After he passed away, I wanted to do something positive. So I went back to school, and I thought, I want to do something else. When I would see students come in to the hospital, I would get excited. When you would go to teach and interact with them, their excitement over knowledge and wanting to learn made me want to learn. It kind of re-energizes you, or at least for me it did. So I thought I wanted to explore the different avenues of things that I could do. Maybe teaching might be one of them. I finished school and decided to get my master's degree to teach, but I wasn't sure if that was for me, if I would be able to be a good teacher. So I adjunct taught for a while, and the students liked me. So I got positive feedback from the students, and they seemed to learn from me. So then I felt like that was going to be my niche. I feel like education is really life-changing, and for me, if it wasn't for education, I don't know where I wouldn't even be able to eat. Like, I wouldn't be able to provide for myself. All of my kids have went to college, and I feel like they've went to college because they've seen me go to college. And I feel like to be able to express that to the students, hey, this is hard, but I promise you it's worth it. And to be able to remind them that the people standing in front of you, this wasn't easy for us either. Maybe it's just they didn't do well on their first exam, and they have to come to me and say, hey, I need you to help me. But then the next exam they get an A. And then they just keep achieving. So I tell them, don't just listen to that thing right here, that negative person on your shoulder, and when they can strive and realize that they are capable, and not just like, you are going to fall. I tell them Olympians aren't just made in one day. We see them at the Olympics, but they didn't just get there that day. They got there over years and years of practice. Like, we see them here and they're tired and they look exhausted. They come from work, and then we see them at graduation, and it's just like you know what I mean? It's just beautiful. It's not often that you can love your job, and I really love my job,